Performance or behavior? What do you expect from your colleagues when you hire them? We would all say performance, wouldn't we? I also thought so. Once we had a brilliant sales guy. At least he was very good in the interview. We all loved him so much and said, Abhi hai karo. And we made an offer, he joined. But he was a disappointment in terms of our time spent on him. In the sense, he was terrible with colleagues. He was condescending his own team members. And he would never leave the cabin to go and meet the customers in the field, which is what he was hired for. So we said, what happened to the guy whom we interviewed? Whenever we took him to the customer, we realized that he was really brilliant. He was as brilliant as we thought. But it was so difficult to get him to go there, one, which I would call as a behavior. Two, he would never motivate his team members to become like who he was. Those skills were never, sort of getting transferred to them. So what we realized is that, the guy who was in the interview and the guy whom we hired were completely different. His behavior on a day-to-day basis was irritating us. And we carefully looked at his career as well. He was not working for more than 2 years anywhere. 2 years also was like a overestimate. It was lesser than that. Then I think possibly we did a deep down reference check and we figured out that the problem was the guy who comes to office was unbearable. And somehow he found out or they found out, and that is how his career turned out to be. But this is an aberration. But many of us find colleagues, whom we bracket as, the brilliant jerks, if you want to call it. Some of them may be performing very well, but we just can't work with them because they're actually terrible with colleagues. So over a period of time, when we hire people for skills, we also get irritated by their, performance at work, more than performance, the behavior at work. And we sort of start putting the crosses against their name. And one fine day they get to know about it, or we say we are done with it. And there goes one more example of not tolerating people for their so-called behavior that we don't accept. So I want to ask you today that this emphasis on behavior, is this sort of overtaking the performance of people or what we hire them for? Or is it always going to be the continuing factor of we hire people for skills but fire them for the bad behavior? Let me know what you think.